Over time, I like economics. Something about that subject just interests me, or rather, intrigues me. And this is the closest anime that I could find. So yo, what's up otakus? And welcome to a video on See the Money of Soul and Possibility Control. In this video I'll be reviewing, analyzing, and scoring this anime on a scale of 1 to 10. So let's get started. See is set in a world where Japan goes through a financial crisis that causes high rates of unemployment, crime, and suicide. This series revolves around Kimimaro Yoga, a 19-year-old boy who was raised by his aunt after his father disappeared and his mother died. He's a scholarship student of economics whose only dream is to live a stable and ordinary life. One day he meets Masakaki, a mysterious man who offers him a large amount of money if he will allow his future to be held as a collateral. When Kimimaro accepts the money, he becomes an entra and is drawn into the alternative reality of the financial district where entras make transactions using a special currency called Midas money. In the financial district, each entra is paired with a special creature known as assets. Kimimaro is designated to be accompanied by Mashu, a horned girl who can use fire-based attacks. Entras are summoned there once a week to compete against each other, betting their money in a battle known as deal. Entras who lose all of their money become bankrupt and are banished from the financial district with tragic consequences to them or their loved ones in reality. Kimimaro first discovers this when he defeats one of his professors, Daisuke Ibara, who entered deals to support his family. Daisuke's punishment for bankruptcy is the erasure of his children from history. Kimimaro discovers that bankruptcy led his father to commit suicide and finds a reason to continue there despite his disinterest in money and the fear of hurting others. Kimimaro's attitude attracts veteran entra Soichiro Mikuni, who wants him to join the Starling Guild, whose members' aim is to win by small margins so that they don't affect the reality much. Mikuni has a great influence over both the Japanese government and whole of Japanese financial market and aims to own Tokyo's financial district. He was born in a wealthy family and was a rebel who wanted to become a musician. As his band broke up, Mikuni became a personal assistant to his father. When the elder Mikuni's corporation started to crumble because of the financial crisis, he chose to save it, denying his terminally ill daughter Takako the funds she needed to undergo a medical procedure unavailable in Japan. Swearing vengeance on his father after Takako fell into a coma, Mikuni buys his father's company with the money he earned from his first victory in the financial district to take away the thing the father had held most dear. Because of this, Mikuni's asset Q is modeled after his sister. It is later revealed that the risk is not limited to individual entras' futures. Kimimaro starts to notice a few buildings disappear in Tokyo. Later, the Southeast Asian financial district goes bankrupt, disappearing along with Singapore and parts of Hong Kong and Shanghai. Mikuni uses ability Darkness to protect Japan from the effects of the district's collapse. In exchange for 20 years of Mikuni's future, Masakaki allows a large quantity of Midas money to be printed and deposited into Mikuni's account. Mikuni and his colleagues use the Midas money to invest in failing institutions in Japan. Artificially propping up failing banks and enterprises spares the Japanese economy but causes unintended consequences. People begin disappearing, poverty increases, birth rates decline, and morale drops as the Midas money starts to invade the real Tokyo. To investigate the nature of financial districts, the International Monetary Fund sends Jennifer Sato to become an entra in Tokyo. Seeing the effects of Mikuni's actions, Sato and Kimimaro try to stop Mikuni from using up his future to print more Midas money. After Sato loses to Mikuni, it's up to Kimimaro to stop Mikuni, so they engage in a deal. The battle concludes when Mikuni's powers and Midas money disappears from the world, along with Mikuni's powers, allowing the crisis to pass through Japan without influence. Declared the winner, Kimimaro orders the reversing of the presses and the return of the futures to their original places. With assets disappearing as a result, Mashu kisses Kimimaro before she disappears. Kimimaro then returns to find that the US dollar has become Japan's official currency and everyone's futures have been returned to them. However, Masakaki appears before Kimimaro and explains to him that the financial district can reappear. The end, for now. First up, this show is unique because it's completely made up of economic and financial concepts, yet it still blends everything into an anime. Second, the ending was honestly pretty good because it is a pretty good ending, but still leaves open spots for a sequel. So the ending is good enough, but there's no harm in this show having a sequel as well. Some shows like Great Pretender and ID Invaded have done something like this as well, and they're fucking amazing shows. Finally, it's the perfect show to watch for someone who knows about economics and finance, as they'll enjoy this show a lot and connect it to reality. However, so yeah, See the Money of Soul and Possibility Control is a pretty good show, but it was kinda rushed, and you guessed it, only those people who know about economics and finance will enjoy it truly, but the others aren't really gonna get it, which limits the amount of people who can really, truly get what the show offers and how much they can enjoy it. No wonder why it's such an underrated show and no one really talks about it. So overall, this show gets an 8 out of 10. But anyways guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, then why not leave a like. Also be sure to hit that subscribe button and share this with a friend or two. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, sayonara and matane.